And we're back. Uh, he woke up. I was getting true. Welcome back. We've got posters. Now, before we start with the posters, I just bought 3 Blu-rays the other day, and the reason I bought 2 of them is for Steel City Con. First weekend in August. I'll be at all 3 days. The first day that I'm there, Friday, I have a photo op with Christopher Lambert, and I'm gonna see about getting him to autograph my Highlander Director's Cut Blu-ray, because it's getting kind of old, but great film. Glad I got it on Blu-ray. I have it on VHS, but I think I want him to sign my Blu-ray. I'm debating. I might get him to sign the VHS. I'm not sure. But I did buy that just in case I decided just to have the Blu-ray signed. Bradley, what is his name? Bradley Whitford is going to be at Steel City Con, so I got the Cabin in the Woods Blu-ray. If you haven't seen it, it is. I didn't, when it first came out, I didn't rush to the theater to see this because it is Joss Whedon, and while he does Buffy and Angel well, a straight up horror movie, I was just like, this is not in his, like, he does horror, but he does like teen horror, which until later seasons really had no consequences for characters. How is he going to do a straight up horror when it comes to having to kill a lot of people in your movie when you're only doing a movie, not a series? But it was not what I expected when I went and saw it. It was, I would describe Cabin in the Woods as a firm horror comedy because there are so many comedic elements to it, and Bradley Whitford's character is, I think, the best character in the movie as far as comedic value goes. Plus, some of his dialogue is just great. The dynamic tone. It goes from serious one minute to joking the next. I mean, starting the movie off, just the opening credits just give you this horrific thoughts of what this movie's going to be about when you see the images of the human sacrifices, and then it cuts to this guy talking about baby-proofing his house and his wife's not even pregnant, which is hilarious. This guy's with him. He's like, you even listening to me? But yeah, so I'm going to get him to sign this Blu-ray for me. The third movie I got has nothing to do with Steel City Con. I just really wanted this Blu-ray because physical media is very important now, especially when you look at the gaming industry, but also movies, because they can digitally alter things on streaming services, take things out, change lines, and you won't even know unless you watch the original and are like, that looks different than the original. Watch the original and you're like, they changed it. You know? Postal, directed by U-Bowl. U-W-E. You tell me how to pronounce it, because I say U-Bowl. And the cool thing is, I didn't even know this, but the DVD came with a copy of Postal 2, the game. So I gotta get a disc drive for my computer so I can play that. I haven't played that game in over 20 years. But this is also the unrated cut of Postal, so it's going to be far more raunchier. You know, U-Bowl, a lot of people are like, he's not a good filmmaker. I agree. He is not a good filmmaker. but he is the best bad movie maker ever. I would say he is a B movie maker, as a B movie maker should be. Don't take yourself too seriously. I mean, he's got quite the repertoire of video game movies. Yeah, Alone in the Dark with Christian Slater and Tara Reid in between rehabs, which, again, that movie could have been way better. It was very much, to me, it seemed like very much a sleuth movie trying to be an action film and a horror film at the same time. It's like you need to narrow it down to be, sleuth and horror take a lot of the major combat out of it. And then he also did Blood Rain with Christiane Loken, hot off the trails of Terminator 3 and her good-looking face and body. And of course, casted her as Rain, which, again, it's another movie. I didn't hate it. I don't love it. I'll watch it maybe once every 10 years, so I'm about due. Which, if I'm going to watch all three of them. Just binge them on a weekend. The first one being the most important to pay attention to, because it doesn't have bad casting. I liked it. The casting I did like. Casting in his movies I do like. He casts decent, if not good, actors. And like this one, the main character, Zach Ward, which most people would not know him from the film, but he was in Freddy vs. Jason. He played the brother that had committed suicide. He was in Transformers. He was the saw gunner in the Michael Bay Transformers films that gets harpooned by Scorponok in the desert and flung through the air. And I was like, oh, well, there goes Zach Ward. Well, that makes sense. It's Zach Ward. I would say he's a B-movie actor, but he's one of those actors that when I see him in a film, I'm just like, I like him. It's cool. And he's the star of this one. And Dave Foley as his uncle in this is hilarious. Hugh Bowles' cameo in this just geeks me out every time I hear his dialogue and the things he says. I don't want to spoil it because if you want a laugh, like a stupid funny laugh, like dumb funny, watch Postal. It's definitely a Saturday early evening, afternoon if you have nothing to do, but sit down with a bag of Doritos and your favorite, the devil's lettuce kind of comedy. But yeah, it's a stupid funny movie. They say this. It says on the box there: disgusting, offensive, stupid. It is disgusting, offensive, and stupid in the best possible way. Even the creator of Postal was in the movie, confronting Hugh Bowl about what he did to his movie, and yeah, no, I didn't even look at what the special features were. Raging Bull. Oh, this has the, yes. I read about this and I seen the video. Raging Bull, director, boxes, big critics. He challenged critics to a boxing match. And boxing matches. And it's hilarious. Another feature, an extra. Vern Troyer is Indiana Jones. So that'll be funny. And of course, commentary by director Hugh Bowl, which I need to get myself a external Blu-ray player for my computer here, because I don't have my Xbox set up anymore for that. I used to use that for Blu-rays, but that's sitting on a shelf. Till I put the Xbox Series S, that's going downstairs because it has built-in Wi-Fi. And I don't really play Xbox much anymore. since I got a gaming PC, I pretty much just play on it. I like it. I think there should be more cross-platforming between PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Again, physical media is important. Get out there. If you like a movie and don't want to see a changed version, buy physical. I have hundreds of DVDs, some just in storage boxes, and my favorite ones are in my DVD drawers on my TV stand. I'll show them off in a video sometime. Just go through and show off some of my favorite movies. But poster tubes. So this one, it says it has. Now, we didn't read off what the other one said it had before. This one says it has Sin City, Girl Next Door, St. Pauli Girl, and Catwoman. And originally it was a Chamber of Secrets tube, so let's pop her open and see what's actually in here. Maybe what's in here is what's written on the paper. I don't know. We'll see here. In a second here. That's all of them. Let's see. Yep, there's a Girl Next Door. Ooh, Emile Hirsch is going to be at Steel City Con. Maybe I should take this and have him sign it. Right where his face is. That would be worth hanging on the wall. I mean, that right there, Elijah Cuthbert. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Cuthbert. I didn't watch 24, so I didn't know her as an actress. The only thing I knew her for at the time was this movie when it was coming out. She was also in House of Wax, the one that Paris Hilton was in. Thank you, Lincoln, for the kisses on my elbow. She is very attractive, and in this movie, I found this movie to be comedic, and it wasn't because of her. It was because of the side characters, Emile Hirsch's friends in the movie. They were funny. Now this one, everyone's going to recognize this one. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's slide around here. This one's definitely going on my wall. Oh, it's even the Jessica Alba Sin City poster. Heck yeah. That might just have to go next to the Girl Next Door. Yeah? I'm not a guy that hangs a bunch of half-naked women on my wall. There's going to be movie posters and some art. I'm going to, in a future video here, now that I'm out of statues, but I kind of like doing 2 videos in a weekend. I think the next video, besides next week's poster video that I'm going to do, is going to be some artwork that I've collected over the years from cons and traveling that I need to get frames for as well. So I need to bust them out and measure them to get frames for them. But I'm going to show off some of the artwork that I have that I want to hang up around my room. All right, what's this next one? I think this is just the sexy girl too, because it's the Catwoman poster with Halle Berry. And am I going to hang this one? I'm not sure. We'll see. If, this is going in the maybe pile because, I mean, she did look good in that movie, even though that movie was trash. That movie was absolute hot garbage. My favorite Catwoman is still Michelle Pfeiffer. From the movies, from films. TV Catwoman, I would go with Julie Newmar. she did a really good job with the campy Adam West Batman series back in the day. And final poster, I'm pretty sure, is St. Pauli Girl. Now, this was a poster that my dad had for when he was going to build a bar in our basement. He never did. But he had all kinds of, he had all kinds of signs and stuff and posters. And I think we went through his posters, and I kept this one. So I was like, oh, we're not getting rid of St. Pauli Girl. She's pretty. Yeah, I don't know if I'll hang this one up. Not in my room, at least. Maybe I'll get a frame and hang it, like, in my bathroom. Because in the downstairs bathroom, we kind of turned that into, like, a pub bathroom where you go in. There's one decorative topless woman and some other, like, stuff that he was going to use to decorate his bar hanging in there. We have a Pabst Blue Ribbon wall art thing there. So that's the sexy woman too, apparently. This one says Amityville, Van Helsing, Freddy vs. Jason, and Cursed. So we'll see if that's what's in this one. Which maybe I did label these properly, and these are actually what are in them. Which is cool, because I can actually, yeah, here we go. Let me just pull some of this aside here. Wes Craven werewolf movie. Starring Christina Ricci. Yeah. First. Nice, I like it. It's kind of hard to do this with just two hands. I wish it shows like Forearm in the X-Men comics and cartoon. He's another one that, like, they were featured in the X-Men. We were talking about X-Men in the previous video. And making me think of Forearms makes me think of the character Forearms that was in the Savage Land. I think there were a whole tribe of four-armed individuals that, you know, I think that Sinister had experimented on. But yeah, Cursed, Christina Ricci, Wes Craven werewolf film. I like it. It's a fun. Again, it's a horror. I would say it's a horror comedy. Christina Ricci always looks good. Like, I don't think she ages much. I think she ages like reverse dog years. She ages 1 year for every 7. Because she's in the new Wednesday series on Netflix, which I have watched, and I do enjoy that show. I think Jenna Ortega does a good job with it. I'm interested for season 3. The next film poster we have, the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing film, which I didn't hate it as a film. It was entertaining action. I mean, the bride, Dracula's bride's in it again. We're really talking about women being attractive. They did a really good job casting the brides. Kate Beckinsale, you know, I think she had already been, when was this out? 2004. I think she had done Underworld by then, and that's why they cast her in this. Sex appeal. But not to be the awesome werewolf killing vampire. No, she's just the badass werewolf vampire hunting family member. And I have 2 of those. So, I'll put this into a different. I found an empty poster too today. So I'm gonna put ones that I don't know or don't care about in there. What's this? Oh. I remember. no, someone put tape on it. No, no. It's stuck together, guys. Oh no. I am going to have to do something about that. But this is the Freddy vs. Jason poster. I cannot open it right now because it is taped. And I'm going to have to figure out how to get that adhesive to stop being so darn adhesive. Maybe a blow dryer. Soften it up. So, yeah, it's just straight across. I think this is one of the ones we might have used at the theater when I worked there back in early 2000s, obviously 2003 this film came out. I liked this film. I thought it was funny. Kills were goofy enough. The premise of why Freddy was... Oh wait, maybe I'm trying to tighten it to get it back in the thing. The thing doesn't tighten because of the adhesive, but that might... I don't know, you guys. Yeah, that movie wasn't horrible. It could have been worse. It was campy enough to be a campy enough to be a Nightmare on Elm Street film, and the kills were good enough for a Friday the 13th film. Because when it comes to Freddy and Jason, they get creative with their kills. Freddy's way more comedic with his kills, I think, and creative than Jason. Jason's obviously just a straight up brute slasher killer. His creativity is situational. What does he have on hand, and where is he located? Is he somewhere where he can get to this item easily, or like the famous one from Jason X, which was not the only time you saw this in one of the Friday the 13th films, but him beating the people in the sleeping bag against a tree. Still a classic kill. Which in the Jason X film, which I have that poster, Jason X, it's sitting out separately because it used to be on my wall. They made that just a joke in that movie, like intentionally made it a humorous joke. And then our last poster for this dude is the Amityville Horror. Yes, that is the one with Ryan Reynolds in it. I like that poster. The Amityville Horror film is a good horror film. Even the remake, I like it. Ryan Reynolds, people don't give Ryan Reynolds credit, but he can play serious roles. He had to play serious. There was no comedy in this role. If you are familiar with the Amityville Horror, then there's no comedic element to it. And Ryan Reynolds, everyone knows him from comedies, Deadpool, Just Friends, Van Wilder, but that man can definitely pull off some serious roles. So again, more posters that I want to hang up, and I'll run out of room. This is going to have to go. Is that one? Well, good thing I found an empty tube. That's what I said. I have to go through and re-roll all these based around the one that won't unravel. Do this. So yeah, Amityville Horror 2005, I believe. It might have come out in '04, early 2000s. It says here, from Michael Bay, producer of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Michael Bay did get into some horror films for a while, and I liked his Friday the 13th that he produced. It basically combined the first 3 or 4 of the original, basically the living Jasons. As I say, the Friday the 13th franchise, you can really break it down into 3 main things. One is Jason alive, which in the first 4 films, Jason is a living person, just a mindless killing machine that at first is just defending his territory, the campground, Camp Blood, and then expands to traveling around the lake. You know, in the second one, he ends up at Packanack Lodge. And then the third one, he ends up at Havens Haven, which is a private lake house. And the fourth one, he ends up at those other 2 homes. I forget the name of the, basically Corey Feldman's house when he was a kid. Because Corey Feldman killed Jason. And then part 5 is a copycat killer. And then, because Jason is dead and buried. And then part 6 is the Revenant Jason. Gets resurrected by Tommy, comes back, starts killing people, and can't be killed. He can be subdued, but he can't die. But yeah, I got some good posters there. More definitely poster cases are going to be needed. Poster frames. I'll be able to get a lot on these walls. I'm going to be they're going to be really tight. Painting all the walls, and I'll barely see the walls because there'll be movie poster, movie poster, movie poster, movie poster. I mean, my room is also my man cave. It's where I exist, you know. It's biggest TV in the house is in here. Computer for gaming. My bed, my desk, all my bookshelves, and that. So, plus a storage area over there that you can't see. So I still have to move some furniture out of there and paint those walls. This winter is going to be busy because I'm also going to be, over the winter here, painting the ceilings. The ceiling in this room is going to be painted. And because my room is so large, I will do it in sections. That's why I figured when I go and do those walls back there, that's when I'm going to start painting the ceiling. Once I have all the stuff pulled out of there. Right now we're having some other stuff done in our house. We're about to have some new carpets put in a thoroughfare area, hallway, and the master bedroom. I'm not even worried about carpet in my room. I have so much furniture to move, I don't care. I buy rugs because the furniture covers most of the floor. It's old, beaten down carpet. But I get rugs. I've got right here, under my feet right now, a Death Star circular rug. In front of my TV, I have a Darth Vader rug with just Darth Vader's face. Next to my bed, on the one side, I have the Han Solo frozen in carbonite. I saw a couple other rugs I want to get. The Mask from Demons from Middle of Beyond. And they also sell another runner rug like that Han Solo one. But it's in the pattern. They sell rugs in the pattern of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining. So I kind of want to get some other rugs to put around for the Overlook that make it look like the Overlook in here on the floor at least. Because again, big fan of movies, video games, some anime, which maybe I'll pull out some DVDs. We'll talk about some old school anime from back in the day, because I do have some complete series DVDs of anime. Future videos. But yeah, if you haven't seen Postal, I recommend watching it. I believe they have the rated version still on Prime Video on Amazon. So I watched it there, I want to say like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I was playing a video game, opened the laptop, and just turned on Postal while I was playing a video game, sitting there chuckling while playing a video game. Which, excuse me. No biggie, I'm just playing strategy games. You know, I think I was just building Jurassic World Park. I was working on my park build. And that's when I tend to watch movies that I take breaks from the game and just sit and watch for a few minutes. And then go right back to where I was in the game. Because I maybe, with the Jurassic Park one, I was telling my buddy, I am working on building the original Jurassic Park, how it was in the first film. So it's not going to be as much stuff in it as the original, but I want to get the layout right, because then I'm going to save that, and then a new build off of that to Hammond's vision of what Jurassic Park would have expanded and become. You know, adding more to the resort and new attractions, you know, stuff that you didn't see in the first film that may not even been built yet. Like vision of Hammond's future. And I told him, you know, I want to do Jurassic Japan. And I've downloaded a lot of workshop elements, and I just sat for like an hour the one day, and it's just the Jurassic Park things that I downloaded to the workshop. Writing down what it was titled, who made it, and, you know, where exactly I'm going to be using it, so that way I can reference it when I make the video. Because I am going to do the showcase, and then every time be like, hey, there's the video center, visitor center videos, visitor center, and it's actually a workshop item by this person, you know, and there's this, and there's the, you know, I want to give credit where credit is due when it comes to the workshops, like the map was the first thing I wrote down, so I was like, well, here's the first thing, Isla Newborn map that was created in the workshop as a screen accurate map that's empty. I'm using empty versions. I also got the Isla Sorna map. I got Skull Island. Someone made Skull Island. Now that one won't be completely blank because they added things from like the movie in it, like the village and, you know, the gate where Kong comes to and collects his bride. Because that is a bride. It's an offering of a female. Don't know exactly what he was going to do with her. He's way too big for that tiny little blonde. Any of them from any of the Kong movies when he collects a woman. I don't know exactly. I mean, the Peter Jackson one was like, it's kind of like he wanted a companion that would entertain him, especially when she was doing her vaudeville stuff. But yeah, I want to give credit where credit's due, so it takes me a little while to, because as I go, I'm like, what am I using here? And I write it down, and I go look it up in the workshop, and write down after I'm done building segments for the day, I go back, look up in the workshop, what did I use? Okay, I used these, and now I need to give credit where credit's due by writing down who made that workshop. And again, when I post a video, the description is going to be like, all of these items by these different creators, you know. I mean, if I took the time to build something for a workshop and someone used it and put it in a video and didn't give me credit, I wouldn't like be like, oh, you take that out of there. No, I'd be like, oh, thanks for the credit, dick. It's just I wouldn't get too bent out of shape about it. I'd be happy and proud that someone would use it, but still, shout outs and credits. Big one, like I've said in previous videos, big one that I follow, and Evolution Square. I like her videos. She kind of just primarily focuses on Jurassic World games. And has given me a lot of ideas watching her videos, like some of the things she's built and how she built them. Like I'm always looking at how-to videos of how to design certain things certain ways, or make structures look more natural and how to do that. But she has some pretty good tutorials on how to do that. But yeah, Steel City Con, I have 3 days there, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be leaving Thursday night to go check into the hotel I'm staying at. I have VIP ticket, so every day I get to go in at 9:30 in the morning, which is nice because in case there's any vendors that are open, I can go check them out. And if it's not too busy, and I want to get something, give them a shout out, make a little video so I can shout them out, show off what I purchase. And then, like I said, Friday, Christopher Lambert is a photo I'm getting that I booked and paid for. And Cheech and Chong, Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong. I did a duo photo with them for that Friday. I booked that. And then Saturday is another photo I'm really excited for. It's Karen Gillan, Arthur Darvill, and Jenna Coleman. The 3 companions of my favorite doctor, Matt Smith. And I'm getting a picture with all 3 of them together. They one day only, Saturday, that I bought a ticket for that. And then I'm going to have all 3 of them sign that photo. I'm also going to have Cheech and Chong sign their photo. Like I said, Tommy Chong, I might have him, not Tommy Chong, Christopher Lambert. I find my VHS of the Highlander, pull that out. Determine, do I want to have the VHS signed, because that's what I grew up watching, or do I want to have this director's cut Blu-ray signed? Either way, I'm going to get his autograph too, and a photo with him. I also thought about pulling out my Mortal Kombat DVD, but I was like, nah, he's the Highlander. He's the Highlander before he was Raiden. And he's a damn sight better than the Highlander movies. And then other autographs that I've gotten, like I said, Bradley Whitford from doing Cabin in the Woods, because, like I said, he's my favorite character in that movie. I mean, if Chris Hemsworth was going to be there, I would have him sign the DVD as well, because technically, this was Chris Hemsworth's first mainstream movie. I want to say it was his first credited big box office film. A lot of people think it was Thor. This was filmed before Thor. It just came out after Thor because of the release schedule of when they wanted to release this film. They wanted to release this film at a certain time, not to, bump into summer blockbusters like Thor. Because Cabin in the Woods would never beat Thor. You could have the same actor in each movie, Chris Hemsworth, but you're talking 2 different dynamics of what you're putting out. Horror movies do well. really one time of the year they do the best is around Halloween. They also do well in the winter, like February months. You see some horror films come out then. And those ones don't do as well as the Halloween time. Because people at Halloween time, they want to see horror films. February, you see enough bleakness in looking outside and looking like a nuclear winter out there, depending on where you live. For me, it's one of two things. It's a winter wonderland, or it's a fallout. Fallout apocalypse, you know. This guy, he loves it though. He loves the cold, and he loves the snow. So February, he wants to be outside as much as possible. Doesn't matter if Daddy's arthritis is bothering him or not. I'll go out. I mean, I don't let him stay out too long, so I don't want him getting frostbite. When there's a fresh snow, though, I always hope that you can pack it because he loves chasing snowballs. Maybe we'll make some snowball videos this winter and post them up on the shorts or something. Oh, Lincoln. Lincoln. Want to say hi? I know, I woke you. Say hi? He's all squishy face. He's sick. He wasn't small. He went to Poochie Chef today and got more treats. Huh. A treat? Yeah, look at that. Food motivated dog here. This is duck jerky from Poochie Chef with meat. My ex gave me this dog treat jar. My dad has one down in the garage for treats that he keeps. I keep this one in my room because this is glass and my father's is plastic because I don't trust that he wouldn't accidentally break this and then this fool, you know, rush in there to grab the treats that he would mix them with broken glass. Huh. Because you think with your stomach and not with your head. Huh. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and us just rambling on for a little bit and him just looking like a big old baked potato on the couch and now he's all squishy faced. I woke him. But I gotta let him out in the bathroom and we will see you next week. No statue next week. More poster tubes. And more, and I think I might do some artwork that I have. Pull that out. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the ramblings and talking about, you know, movies and just banter. I like banter. I'm interested to see my buddies starting up his YouTube channel, and we might collab in the future on some things. We were discussing it briefly the other night. They're talking about hobbies for older guys. Well, I've got games that I want to showcase. Some older games. I would love to do some gaming streams with them, like not like video games, but like board game streams or like D&D streams. If we could get into that, if we could get a group together, because the way he kind of laid it out, they might be doing it like Saturdays, making content, which would work for me because that's the content day is our Saturday. I like it. We make content. We make videos Saturday. You like to be present. You like to help. You helpful? Good boy? You shake? Yeah. He's just staring at me like, you're gonna make me do something here, Daddy. Really? Alright, you gave me a treat, so I'll do something. Alright. Like, share, subscribe. Tune in next week for another Poster Tubes week 3 next week. Hope you all had a good 4th of July. Hope no one blew any fingers off. or got a DUI. That would be bad too. Um, I don't know which would be worse, DUI or losing fingers. I think losing fingers would be worse. But for some people, DUIs can really mess up your life compared to losing some fingers on a hand. And your wife grew open your ketchup bottles the rest of your life if you're lucky enough to have a life. But yeah, some fun posters. Still figuring out what I'm going to do with the extras. When I finally decide, I'll let you know. If I decide to sell them, I'll definitely put up the link to where to find them if you want one of my extra posters that I have. So, rock on, peace out, and we'll see ya.